Here we go.
Recording.
Oh god.
Hot mic. JJ's doing the hot mic. Fuck.
She wants those outtakes from last time.
Oh fuck. All right. Well, now that I know we gotta be serious. You ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
I don't know that I am. Oh, wrong man clock started. Welcome back, you motherfuckers.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, brother? Hey, man. What's up?
What's up? We got a third voice here. I'm not used to sitting next to you.
Well, now they can see that he has a better beard than us, and I don't think I like that.
Dude, I know that thing is
dickhead.
gorgeous.
Work in progress. Work in progress.
That's like years in the making.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Every time I go to my barber, hello, Michelle. She's like, let me clean this shit up for you.
You're like, no, I'm going for that ZZ Top look.
Yeah. She's like, do you really want to grow this? It's just kind of straggly. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, fuck me. Shave it down.
Well, his is nice and full.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I would cut it a little bit, but the wifey's like, no, you need to keep it. So
Nice.
That's why it's still long.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, the only reason I got one is because this logo. JJ was like, I like your beard. You have to keep it now. So now I have to have a beard.
That's not.
So,
could be worse.
Yeah, it's just, every time I eat or something, I'm like, am I good? Like, fucking, what's
Oh yeah,
up?
you got to check
Yeah.
the flavor saver. Tuck it into
Yeah.
your shirt.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. So as you can see now, because we have video, Eric's back. And it's been a while since we had you.
It's been, what, the last time I saw you, especially, was like July or something. I don't know, it was a while. Long time.
A lot has happened in a year,
yeah,
let me
no
tell you.
Yeah, the last time was back in the last studio, the last house.
Yeah, back when I had the house, yeah.
A long time ago.
Back at the castle. So, Eric's here. So we're going to say he sponsored this show, and he's going to plug himself, but he helped fix the lighting, and we appreciate that. Not that I need anybody to see me, and I'm kind of hiding behind Jack, but thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I do film and photo on the side. It's Eric William Productions on all social platforms. Yeah, that's the side business, and main business is safety consulting with Day Management Inc. So family owned, and we run all over Southern California doing safety and loss control for multiple different contractors.
Nice. And Eric, if you've seen the video that we did a while back, Pease was the one that put that together for us. He did a fantastic job.
Nice.
So
Thank you.
you can go on our YouTube. I believe the video's up on our YouTube there. So if you want to see a small portion of his resume, you can go on there and
He made us look really good.
I tried.
Yeah, that and Barcuso Social Club. Shout out to another sponsor of ours, Barcuso Social Club. Thank you for letting us film there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, that was a good
cool.
time.
That
We
was
got to
a
go
fun
do it
day.
again.
Yeah, we do.
You got to see the speakeasy now.
I do. I've been waiting to go back there and see it.
It's dope.
All right, we'll set up a podcast day for a Saturday.
There we go.
Yeah.
We know a
There
guy.
you go. Just a little bit.
We know a couple of them.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, like, we know a lot of people who do a lot of cool things.
We do. We really do.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Eric being one of them.
yeah. So, thanks for coming out. Thanks for helping us.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. We're kicking you off the show now. Get out.
Fastest podcast ever. All right, I've been Jack.
Yeah. We really fucked around and found out today. You want to shamelessly self-promote us?
Yes, if I can remember how to do this from last time. He is Shattered Wisdom _ Jerett. I am Shattered Wisdom _ Jack. Shattered Wisdom podcast on Instagram, YouTube. Go on the YouTube. We're going to have more videos now. I know we did a bunch of shorts before and kind of took some time off, but now we're going to be doing videos again. So go on, like, subscribe, tell your friends. We got a lot of folks. Lance, one of my rebar foremen, said he's got us on auto download on
Thank you, Lance.
on Spotify and all that kind of stuff. So check us out. Yeah, we're all over the interwebs, and you can find links to Eric's photography and videography business on there. Barcuso Social Club, you can find them on there as well. They're kind of all over. The
Yeah, he's
Instagram.
at Barcuso. I mean, the guy's won every award in the book so far. So
Yeah,
you've probably seen him on some. If you live in the Inland Empire or Upland or in the surrounding area, you probably heard the name or heard us talk about it. So
yeah, absolutely.
go in there, drop our names, and they'll put 10% on your bill. We'll come drink.
For your own tab, yeah.
So we're gonna put one on the books for Shattered Wisdom, and when we go in, we'll appreciate the free drinks. So
Hell yes. Sounds good.
Something to think about. Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Eric, you want to draw a question?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Eric's a longtime listener of the show, so he knows how it works.
Yeah.
All right. type of question. Let's see. What's something you wish more people understood about you?
Oh.
I'll start, I guess.
Okay.
So, how about this, man? From the outside looking in, you judge people when you see them, right? I look like a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a really nice guy, and I if you're in my circle, then you understand, and if you're not, then you think that I'm some kind of asshole. Not saying that I'm not an asshole, but there's more to me than just being a big ass tattooed white dude, and just have big hearts, man. Stop judging people, and when you get to know people on a personal level, rather than just being like, well, fuck that guy. You have different experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I'm not just this big fucking asshole. I'm a teddy bear to my friends and my family.
Oh yeah, talk to my daughters.
Yeah.
They got Jerett wrapped around their finger, no problem. What about you, Peace?
Honestly, it'd probably be the same thing. I got RBF really bad. I look like a mean and angry guy all the time. Jack could definitely attest to that.
Dick.
Yeah.
But then when you get to know me, I'm a soft, cuddly teddy bear.
Yeah.
And as my wife puts it, I'm the German Shepherd husband, where you look angry and nasty on the outside, but on the inside, you're nice and loving to the people that you care about.
100%.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
Along the same lines, but really is my tone and the way that I speak. Because I'm very open and honest, but I'm very blunt.
Right.
Like, my kids will ask what happened, I'll be like, they died. And
And they around the corner got fucking assassinated in his driveway.
He died. And it's not coming from a mean place or anything, but that's how I want people to speak to me.
Right.
I don't want to beat around the bush. I don't want anything like that. Like, I'm honest because that's how I want you to talk to me. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people interpret that as I'm just being an asshole. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Yeah. Most people don't like to get it kind of dished out to them that way.
No.
If you ask me your honest opinion, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I will do it respectfully, and you might not like it, but it's going to be the truth. So that's really what I'd like.
I think at the end of the day, if you really think about it as a person, you want it straight. Like you want to get fed your information. You don't want to get bullshit. So people who look at that negatively really need to look in the mirror and be like, well, I could have fucking lied to you. Like, I could have told you to go fuck yourself, actually.
Well, look at me like maybe you're just sensitive.
Yeah.
And you can't handle the truth. Like, if you don't want the truth, don't ask for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sugarcoating your words doesn't do anyone any good.
It doesn't do anything for anybody.
Especially with the softer generation.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Exactly.
Tough no. Welcome to my safe space.
Yeah.
Eric and Jack are going to be mean to me. Oh, send help.
Yeah, right.
All right, what do you want to talk about today, boys?
So, Peas, we were going to have him on actually a long time ago. Mm-hmm. June is Men's Mental Health Month. So, we were a while back going to do this segment, Life Happens, and we weren't able to do it. So, we want to talk about like men's mental health, and we're going to kind of linger into mental health in the construction industry because we are all in the construction industry.
Yeah.
Peas lives that side of it that deals a lot more with people on an interpersonal level because he has to interact with a lot more folks on a day-to-day basis, and he's seen a lot more people in a crisis position, if you will, than generally we would.
Yeah, you're coming up and correcting people who have fucked something up.
Right.
And we talked about this on a couple podcasts ago. Like, don't be mad at your safety guy. You know you're supposed to do this shit.
Right.
Right.
It's in the fucking rules. You signed up for this. It's to save your life. It's to save bodily injury, death. Like, everything on a job site is trying to fucking kill you anyways. But people, their buttholes pucker up when the fucking safety guy walks onto a job site.
Yep.
And we need to get away from that. Like, you need to, it's like when you get pulled over, right? You need to be less worried about, oh man, this guy's going to be a dick, and focus more on what you fucked up first.
Yep.
Right.
And work your way backwards from there, because you're not coming out just to fuck people's day up. Like, you're coming to make sure they go home to their family.
Exactly.
So a lot of people don't understand that. It's oh man, the fucking safety guy's coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, why not fucking, hey man, the safety guy's coming out today. We're killing it. We have a great track record.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a flip of a coin, right? How do you look at it?
A big thing that we're emphasizing now is mental health as part of our safety culture, period. Like, we have mental health services that are for people in the construction industry, and you can probably throw out some facts and figures about suicide rates and things like that.
Yeah, so I have all that written down, and Jerett, you were talking about how safety guys coming on the job like, oh no, we got to get everything set up, and like we didn't do anything bad. Right. That all stems back to a bad safety culture on the job. I build safety cultures on jobs where guys are like, hey, is Eric here today?
Yeah,
let's get him out to where we're working. Let's go.
Yeah,
that is crucial to what you build, but it's all on how you start the job with the workers and the relationship you build with them, because you have to build trust. It's just like dealing with the police officer. Everyone's like, oh, I got pulled over. What did you do it for? Right?
Yeah, he didn't put you say hi.
You put yourself in that situation. You should be happy to see that police officer take ownership. That's another thing for me too. Like when I'm out on a job, if someone fesses up to me, you know what, I messed up. Thank you for taking ownership. Let's fix the problem. Let's move forward. Now, if it's a continuous thing, we have a whole other problem. Right? But at the same time, as long as they take the ownership, move forward, do better, and I don't have to talk to them about the same thing over and over again, we're good.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and people will stage, if they know you're coming out, right? If it's a surprise visit, you catch them off guard. But they will stage their safety the right way.
Oh, yeah.
For you to come out. Why not just do that? Like, I would never understand that. When I was a baby sales guy, I went out to a job site, and the guy was in a trench with no shores, but the shores were sitting next to the trench, and I said, well, why'd you rent them? And he said, well, in case the safety guy or the inspector comes out. And I said, you're already paying for them. Like, it does you no good, and I could see this on TV when you get buried alive and the fucking shores are sitting right there. Like, why didn't you just use them? People are just so conditioned to, I don't know if it's laziness or what. It does not take that long to install shoring for us.
Right.
It's a couple minutes out of your day.
Right.
Yep.
And then you go home. Like, you get to go home.
You go home, you save your life, you save other people's lives, because that's all a trickle-down effect on the job site.
Right.
And this ties straight into what we're talking about today. We've had incidents happen with other contractors, and people don't realize you cause an incident, you're, like I was saying, you're affecting your coworkers, you're affecting other families, and you're affecting the company you work for, because now they're either dealing with OSHA fees, and if they have all their ducks in a row, that's great. They're not going to get fined from OSHA, but they're going to be dragged into a civil lawsuit.
Right.
And let's say Joe Schmo, who died in the trench, or whatever the case was, his family's going to go to the company, you didn't protect my dad or my husband or whatever it is. It's like, no, we had all of our policies in place. Your dad or whoever decided to not follow those policies.
Right.
Well, and you said people can be held liable and do prison time, right? Like,
If you put somebody in a dangerous situation, there's some folks that have put people in unsafe excavations and had it collapse, and they've gone to jail, a superintendent and a project manager, for manslaughter. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
You don't get to play with people's lives.
Yeah, and it's usually, famous last words are, it's real quick. I
love that.
In
just a minute.
Yeah. The last job site that I knew the foreman running a job site, end of the day, 2:30, 3 o'clock, when the helicopter panned out to the whole site, shoring was everywhere. But he said, I called him, and cause I wanted to make sure he didn't die,
Right.
And I called him, and he was all fucking bent out of shape, and I said, what happened? And he said, end of the day, we were getting ready to go home. We forgot to do something. He said, I'll be quick. Him and his brother jumped in the hole. His brother barely made it out, and he died in the fucking hole.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I mean, it's that fast.
Yep.
I mean, and that's on my side, right? Like, you guys do all the other things, too. Jack's company, you're massive for everything.
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're building things and doing all this shit. Mine's underground. Mine's strictly underground. And to lose people in trench collapses today is unacceptable.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many things that you can do, I mean, like, you could go old school. You can get screw jacks. There's old technology that still works. It's still proven. They just, complacency, I think, kills on the job site, really.
Yep.
Right.
Everyone thinks they're invincible.
Everybody. I've done this 100 times.
Yep.
Yeah, so's the guy who drank and drive, and so's the guy who fucking did some other dumb shit. So's this guy who skydove, and you just never know when it's your fucking time to go, and when your ticket's up, like, it could have been avoidable.
Right.
Right. So keying in on the mental health kind of side of that, we can wrap into this is we work in a very dangerous industry where we have lost people we know. Like I've lost friends that have passed away on job sites.
Oh, yeah.
And you can feel the mood change when it happens, but the silence is more deafening than anything else. There's just a lot of folks that don't want to talk about it.
Yep.
And that's dangerous. That's dangerous to bottle that.
Yep.
To hold that in. Because I went through some things. So we'll fill you in later. But I went through some things, man. I didn't talk to anybody. And it eats you up more inside to have that internal battle with yourself because you can't win.
Right.
You're never going to win.
Yeah.
So to have that internal battle with yourself about yourself, like you can't fucking win, and you're not stronger. And I wasn't, like I had bad days, and then Jack would call me, and I'd be like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, I knew you were lying.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you're listening, you need to reach out to somebody.
Yep.
It could be if you're a churchgoer, your chaplain, your priest, your rabbi, your whoever. I don't know all the people, but you have to talk to somebody. And if those aren't your people, like for me, that's not my style. Jack was my person, and my buddy David was my person, and there was a lot of people that I shut out that I needed to not. So for me, for my little 2 cents of advice is you got to get out the poison, man. You got to you got to talk. You have to just tell people what's bothering you because you're never going to win against yourself.
Right. Yeah. So I want to preface too, I am no means a mental health expert. I am just a genuine person who cares about others and wants to make sure that everyone goes home safe at the end of the day and lives to tell the tale. Right. So, you talking about dealing with your own struggles, where my journey of caring for people so much to where I want to talk about this topic came from was when my mom died. Jerett, you lost your dad.
Yeah.
You're really close. You were really close with your dad. I'll be honest, I was a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. And, losing her, I mean, it tore me up. And to be honest with you, I had a baby that was 2 months old, a wife that was dealing with postpartum, and 3 months after my mom died, I was wanting to take my own life.
Yeah.
And, talking to my wife about it and opening up about it, she's like, you need to get help. And obviously I did. I did whatever I could to try to be better because I have a family to take care of.
Right.
Right? So my thoughts on that not only affected me, but it affected everyone else, my wife, my son. Like, if I didn't keep on this track of getting better, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys. I wouldn't be having another kid on the way right now. Like, all that type of stuff,
baby on the way? Okay.
Yeah. He's about to pop out literally any second, so.
So we better wrap this up.
Yeah.
That's why the phone's here. Got it. Okay.
But, long story short, all of us in the construction industry, we bottle up everything we deal with every single day.
Yeah.
And then we go home to our families, and some people don't know how to separate the two, and it's hard, but at the same time, it's your wife or your girlfriend, friends, whatever it is, to help you through that. Or if they're not going to help you through it, you need to get the help from a professional, right? So that you can cope with the things that you deal with on the job, the stress, you deal with an injury or whatever it is, a fatality. I mean, we deal with it all the time from an injury perspective, and some injuries are worse than others, and then you get to know everybody on the job, and so if someone gets hurt, you care about them, and it affects everybody.
Yeah.
Right. It's funny you say how to separate it because my wife has given me a number of lectures about, like, dude, you're at home. This is not your job site. You're not going to run it like this. If you've had a bad day, I would bark. I would get grumpy or quiet, and I'd snap easily, and she'd just say, that's not acceptable. We don't work for you.
Yeah,
If you've
right.
had a bad day, I can tell you've had a bad day. Let's talk about it. Do you and I need to go sit in the bedroom for 10 minutes and you can kind of vent to me and sort that out. It took a while for me to be okay with that because I'd be like, no, like you said, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. And you're just like, no, you're not. Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I can tell you're not. Like, just get it out.
Yep.
But it's hard. Where the construction industry, too, especially, is we're all tough guys, right? Every trade thinks they're tougher than the next. The iron workers, structural iron workers, they think they're top of the food chain. The carpenters and the structural iron workers are always button heads because we all think we're the baddest. They think they're the baddest. We all have these reputations, so everyone's a super tough guy. No one wants to seem vulnerable.
Yeah.
Or emotional. I don't want somebody to be like, oh, you're just being a pussy, you're being a sissy.
Yeah.
Right.
When truth be told, like, you make a good point. You got to get the poison out.
Yep. You got to talk about it.
Well, and
So-
and you got to be honest about it because, like, I was seeing a therapist and a psychiatrist, and you can only get treated for what you admit to, right? Like, so being in a dark place, you're not telling people that, right? Because A, you don't want to be judged. B, you don't want to get fucking 5150. You don't want to get locked up, and
Yeah.
and there's a lot of shit that comes with going down that road,
Right.
and then you can't get treated for your shit if you're not honest about it. And your friends can relieve so much, but it's those, and I isolate. I was alone. It's those internal battles you have with yourself. Like, should I be here? Does my family deserve the fucking pain that I'm putting them through, kind of thing, And it gets fucking dark fast, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very slippery slope once you start going down a fucking hill. That people don't. Not everybody realizes. Not everybody's been there, But the people who have been there are gonna fucking pick up on it and be like, 100%, because I've been in that hole. I've been in that place, And it's a fucking scary place to be. It is a very scary place to be. But I didn't really talk about where I was until I pulled myself out of it gradually, So, you gotta look at the big picture, man. I got a lot of good things in my life,
Right.
more than the bad things that I had going for me. So, it's a genuine honesty with the people who are checking on you to make sure you're okay. If the answer is no, tell them no.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to go out of the house, and like my brother would be like, "Then I'll come over," like, get up, come sit on the couch with me, let's hang out, And there was a point I didn't get out of bed for a while,
Right.
And and Jack's text me, and I'm like, 2 days later, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to text Jack back. Like,
Right.
But it's that kind of stuff, man. That if you don't tell people honestly, they can't help you.
Yep.
So I was in a fucking hole, man. I was in a bad place. I was in a
Glad
real
to
bad
see you're
place.
doing better, though.
Yeah, man. You know what actually saved my life, man? I did ketamine treatment. Saved my life.
Remember hearing you
dude.
talking about
yeah,
that.
dude, saved my fucking life. That was like my last ditch. Like, JJ was like, taking you. You're doing it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. If this doesn't work, then, we'll see what happens. And,
Right.
and dear God, man, that thing it changed my life. It fucking quick. Right now, I was like, oh man, like I got all these reasons to live, and I got all this good shit in my life.
Yeah.
I got all these good people, and I'm like, and then I was mad at myself, like it's selfish. It's selfish to close people out and put yourself in that situation. And but yeah, man, it could have went worse. Could
Yeah.
I could be here to talk about this,
Right.
So I know where you've been.
Yeah.
I get it.
I feel like everyone at some point in their lives goes through, everyone goes through dark stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
But getting to this point, I feel like a lot of people, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people get to the point where they're wanting to do something very drastic to remove themselves from the equation. And everyone is able to be saved from that.
100%.
It's just, what do you do
Yeah.
to move yourself in that right direction?
Right. What is your motivation?
Right. And so, that's where you guys, especially Jack, texted me like randomly, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's pushed me to check on other friends that I have as well, because but they're not going to be honest sometimes. And
No.
how do you pry it out of them?
Right.
Give them a call or do something. Get them out somewhere so you can actually see their facial expressions.
So for me, what I know about myself personally is I wouldn't go out. If you were like, hey, let's go grab a drink, I'd be like, I'll think about it. I'd make excuses. I'll let you know, or I got this thing going or that thing going. If you can't get me out, I'm not coming out. I haven't been out.
Right.
So for me, I know that, and that's what I look for in other people now is the avoidance of communication outside of text.
Right.
Hey man, I called you 6 times. Pick up your phone.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. So there's a lot of signs that I realize now that you can look for that I didn't necessarily notice before, because I've got other friends who were going through shit too while I was going through shit.
Right.
And my buddy David in Florida, man, I spent a lot of time in Florida. We kept each other going, kind of like talking shit to each other, like, oh, you're a bitch. Like, I'm a pussy. Like, fucking get over it. Suck it up. Stop fucking being that way. And a lot of trips to Florida, man. A lot of trips to Florida. But we weren't going through the same thing, but we're going through the same shit.
Right.
And it's shared catharsis.
Catharsis. But depression,
Yeah.
anxiety, all that, though there are different reasons that create it in people, the feelings are the same.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the self-isolation.
Yeah.
It's the, lack of communication. It's thoughts of self-harm. It's a different stimulus, but it's the same reaction.
Right.
And I want to go back to your point, like, how do you get somebody out of that? That's a incredibly difficult question and an incredibly difficult task, because I would hit you up all the time, be like, hey, are we going to record again? I was trying to entice you to do things that I knew you liked, right? I want to give you that, like, that dopamine hit,
Right.
because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
At that point, there were a lot of conversations I had with JJ aside from you, and she would ask me, well, what do I do? And I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I think he needs to talk to a professional. I said, I do too. How do we get him there? Like, we tranquilize him, load him in the bed of the truck, and wake him up, and he's strapped into a chair in front of a shrink. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Well, and then it's a lot of so when I started pulling myself out and going to a psychiatrist, there's a lot of people talking for me, and I didn't like that.
Right.
I didn't like, well, he's this and he's that and this is and I was just like, this is why I don't come out with you motherfuckers. Like, I would be angry.
Right.
Like, they're genuinely trying to help me, but I'm angry that you are providing my care for me rather than letting me, I don't want to say deal with it on my own, but try to figure out my own path, right? Like, and then it was fucking, here's a handful of meds that are going to tranquilize you, and fucking, and I'm like, I want to feel that way.
Right.
So I think there's a fine line on helping versus hurting.
Right.
Because then I isolated more. I'm like, well, fuck you motherfuckers. You think that about me? Like, fuck off. And then they would just repeat the cycle. So there was a lot, like, I don't think there's a clear-cut answer for anybody, and everybody's different in their choices. I can tell you what worked for me, and I can tell you that if you're going through something, ketamine, $3,500 for $3,500, I'd have paid $1 million. Like, to feel as good as I feel now, I would have given everything that I have.
Right.
Like, $3,500, it's not that much. It's fucking saved my life. Like, and I was going to go do Ibogaine in Mexico.
Right.
I was going to do a 10-day fucking cleanse thing and all that shit. And then JJ found this guy right here in Corona, not far. Loomis, I'll shout him out. $3,500 to feel as good as I felt after those treatments. I'd have done it 1,000 times over.
It's priceless.
Dude, like, I'm here.
Right.
you know, like, for $3,500, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's a day at the casino for me.
Right.
Fucking, it's a drop in the bucket. And I understand for some people that's a lot of money. But it is worth it. Man, like, I recommend it to people who don't think they have problems.
Right.
Like, just the it creates new neural pathways for you to look at things differently. So a lot of people don't realize that they had childhood trauma or things like that. And man, I shit you not, man, I came out of my first session, I was crying, bawling like a baby. And I felt like $1 million, dude. And JJ told me, like, you look better.
Yeah.
So I feel better. And then I had 6 treatments. It's 6 treatments. The things that I saw, I was like, I came out of that place bawling like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking, I can't believe I was going to leave this, you know, like, just not in a good space to being fucking, like, fuck, I was such a bitch, you know, like, I was such a pussy. I can't believe that shit. So, there's a way out, man. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever your thing is, find it.
Yep.
And try it.
Well, what other resources have you kind of tapped into or dealt with or would recommend?
So, luckily, I was able to reach out to friends and ask, I need help finding a counselor. Who do you recommend? There is a lady out of Texas. Her name is Carla, who helped me.
Okay.
You know, I'm more than happy to get the number and give it to y'all to put out in the description.
Yeah.
But you know, she helped me through my trauma. She'll treat everybody as far as, you know, if you're, you know, believing in God and all that stuff, or you don't. But because I do have a faith in what I believe, like that, for me, that helped a lot.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to get into that because that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
But, you know, other than that, I would say, I mean, shoot, there's BetterHelp that's like plastered everywhere, all over YouTube, with every person that is sponsored by them or whatever it is. Or just Google. I mean, Google is such a good resource. Just like, I need help, and type in like counselor or whatever it is, and it'll come up.
Yeah,
But
you met the guys from White Flag.
Yeah.
And I think
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think for a lot of men, because we're providers for our family, we're protectors for our family, we don't want to seem weak or inadequate, which is why we don't talk to people. But if you're able to maintain some anonymity, and like the White Flag, the telehealth, this Carol person probably, she was out of Texas. I'm assuming you were doing it on Zoom or something like that. You are able to maintain your anonymity and get the help that you need, or get a pathway started without having some kind of public meltdown or that fear that you're going to get judged, because you have to raise your hand and say, like, I'm not okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's a good resource.
Right.
There are a lot of resources out there. I mean, if you stop and think about it and look into it, there's a lot of places that can give you help. People just choose to not. It's a hard thing to start. So it's admitting you have a fucking problem is your first fucking stop. And before you hit rock bottom, you need to know that things are changing for you. You need to know yourself. You need to be very in tune with yourself to realize that you're going down a fucking path that ends badly. And if I could have caught myself halfway, like, but I mean, like, my descent was fast.
Yeah.
Like, it started with my dad. And then fucking, it was just this thing. I mean, it was just like the world was punishing me or something. It was fucking crazy.
Well, but it's funny. Earlier you talked about the $3,500 you could spend that at a casino. It's like gambling. You're up, you start to lose some money, and you think, I can recoup this.
Yeah.
I can gamble my way back to where I was. Right. And I think with the mental health thing, because for you it was a quicker descent, for some people it's slower, and they think, I'm just having a bad day.
Right.
I can get over it and I can get back to where I was, but you're taking 2 steps back and 1 step forward. And you're taking 2 steps back, and then the next thing you know, you're 6 steps behind. And you can't just course correct that. It takes someone else. I'm sure when you talk to Carol, she probably gave you a lot of tips and tricks and pointers. And
yeah, she made me go through a deep dive as far as, you know, what traumas do you think your parents gave you? And being asked that question, and I mean, my dad is a great man, but, you know, taking that question and having to think about my mother in that, aspect.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard. Mm-hmm. That was very hard because you don't want to think negatively on somebody that, fought cancer for 6.5 years, gave you everything that you ever had, was always there for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've all dealt with stuff.
Yeah.
And parents, we are the, I don't even know what the right word for, but we are basically our parents put together into one person.
Right.
And they shape us into who we're supposed to be, or who they make us into.
Mm-hmm. And
sometimes those traumas are what truly will take us down either a good path or a bad path.
Yeah.
So, we did that, and then, we talked about what is bothering you right now, and are those logical thoughts?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
And then you sit there and you're sitting there trying to justify every single negative thought that you have. And you're like, well, it's not really a negative, or it's not a logical thought.
Right.
Yeah, it's not.
So why am I thinking that way?
Right.
What is bringing me to that?
Right.
Right. And so you have to compartmentalize everything and make files in your head and say, hey, this isn't worth me thinking about because it's not true.
Mm.
And so I'm going to take that and move it to the side. Then I'm going to look at what the positive things in my life are and be like, okay, let's focus on these things. Because negativity doesn't do anybody any good.
Not once ever.
Yeah.
So those were the main things that she went over with me. And for me, it was pretty quick because some things in my head clicked.
Right.
And another thing, too, for those that are married or are in a relationship, you need to be able to turn to your person and be able to talk to them about these things and not feel like you're being judged.
Right.
100%.
And that was something that I had to bring up to my wife. And it wasn't a negative thing. It was just other parts of our relationship where I didn't feel like I wanted to bring it up because I don't want to make her upset or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you got to be honest and be able to talk about those things so you can correct your life or whatever it is that is bringing you to this negative place.
Yeah.
Right. My thought is always, I don't want to burden you with my problems.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I say that all the time. And Kendra has given me a lot of grief about not opening up more. And she's like, you can talk to me, but that's always my go-to is I don't want to burden you with my problems. And it's gotten us to the point where we've gotten in an argument. And she's like, why? Why not? Do you think I can't handle it? Do you think I don't love you? Do you think, why would you do that to me? I'm here to help support you. And I had to sit there and think and went, I didn't think of it like that.
Right.
I didn't, you bring up a good point about the negativity. And we had talked about something. What is it like? You'll think, it's some high statistic.
It's like 90.
90%.
Like 97. It's fucking high.
Like 90% of these fake scenarios that you run through your head never come to fruition and never will.
Right.
Yeah, like 3% of the negative thoughts that you have or the anxieties that you have actually happen. And what good did it do you now that you worried about it? You're still in the same fucking spot. You still have to deal with it. So what was the point of freaking yourself out? Because I have really bad anxiety and I would just lay in bed for all night, worried about something.
Yep.
And it'd be like, well, it didn't happen. Why did you waste your fucking time on that?
I heard something, I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday or something, anyway, recently, where it said you spend more of your energy, I don't know the scientific fact behind this, but it says you spend more energy thinking negative thoughts than you do positive thoughts. Mm-hmm. So why let those negative thoughts run through your head? Because all it's going to do is bring you down.
Yeah.
Right. But we're all, I'll be 45 in a couple months. You just turned 39. You're mid-30s?
I'm 34.
So,
You're a fucking baby.
But I think, I don't know a time when I didn't think the way that I think now.
Yeah.
And your mindset changes as you mature. But I don't really recall a time when I was just an overly positive and bubbly person. That's never really been me.
Yeah.
I've never been like, oh, woe is me, like an Eeyore. And I pump a lot of people up and I bring a lot of positive energy to people, but I don't know a time when I didn't really have a lot of negative thoughts.
Right.
And I don't know what caused it.
Yeah.
And you make a good point about traumas. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of the way you think now is from something that happened 20, 30 years ago, a long time ago. And you might be so far from it that you can't make the correlation back to it.
Right.
And realize, oh yeah, well, if everybody could do that, oh yeah, it's because this happened this one day. My dad yelled at me and threw a pair of pliers at me, and then now I'm like this. It's not you. It's hard to go back. I mean, obviously, you two with the loss of a parent is a big tipping point, I think. But your point earlier about what traumas did your parents give you, like, I don't know, when do you start? Where do you go back to? And I think a lot of things that we don't understand is we think this thing right here in the moment is what's upsetting me. And it's just what has pushed you past that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to the childhood trauma stuff, I mean, I was heavily bullied in middle school and beginning part of high school. I was 5'6" and 200 plus pounds, and I was raised to, don't start a fight, but you can finish it. But my dad never taught me, you can talk back.
Right.
He never taught me that. And so for me, I was just bullied nonstop. And I was a super negative kid after that. And I was, I mean, even back then, I tried to take my own life in front of my family. I was being hounded by grades. I was being hounded about just like doing better in general by my parents. And then, at the same time, like I was brought into the principal's office because they thought I was a kid that tagged up the bathroom. And like that was like the final straw.
Right.
And like in front of my parents, I tried to slam my head against the wall and run upstairs. I was going to jump off the stairs because I was so tired of being picked on. And, all that trauma still correlates to today when I feel just everything just going at me nonstop. I'm like, I just want to be negative. Like everything sucks.
Yeah.
And then you sit there, because I do it now, you sit there and go, are those logical thoughts?
Right.
How do you move forward from it? And I'm not saying I'm the most positive person in the world. You know I'm not. There's times where I'm like, life just sucks right now and blah, 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 blah. Like, but at the same time, it really doesn't. Like, there's things in everyone's lives that let me backtrack. Life is like a roller coaster. You're going to have the highs, you're going to have the lows. And you have to look at the lows as a learning moment for yourself. And how do you take all that negative stuff and try to move forward from it, and then that way you're starting to move up the ladder towards the positive.
I didn't realize that I had as many problems as I had until one day I was talking with JJ, and I said, well, don't you think that way? And she goes, no, you're crazy. For me, like, I was like, what do you mean that you don't worry about all this shit all the time? And she was like, no, I don't let that shit bother me. I don't think about it. So that's when I started like realizing like, oh fuck, I do like have a lot of anxiety and a lot of things that I don't necessarily think about as much because I just think it's normal.
Right.
Because that's all I know.
Right.
And JJ was like, nobody else fucking thinks that way.
Yeah.
And then my therapist was like, no, normal people don't think that way, but it's okay. Like, we'll get you through it. But
yeah,
I just thought that everybody dealt with the same shit. So I was upset always about like, how come other people don't show that it affects them as much as I am affected by it, right? And because it's not normal, because you're fucking crazy. I don't know.
Well,
like,
it's easy to be negative.
Right.
It's really easy to slip into that. It's like everything else. Like, it's easy to hate on people. It's easy to hate on yourself. The joke is, and I've told people this, like, no one can hate me more than I hate myself.
Yeah.
And if you really think about that, everybody goes, ha, 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 but you really think of it, that's a sad fucking
That is
statement.
a sad statement. Yeah.
And I used to joke about that all the time, and I said it one day, and I actually listened to myself say it, and I was like, that's embarrassing. Why would I say that about myself?
Right.
I got a lot going for me. There's no reason for me to be like that, but it takes a lot more effort to be positive,
right,
quote unquote, or to just not be negative, to be neutral and kind of, don't let things affect you, let it roll off your back. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
And to your point, like when you were younger, and this is what happened with Jerett, is his dad passed away, and then his dog died, and then all this stuff, and it was heartbreaking to sit on the outside and to just be like, fuck, oh fuck, and to the point where my phone would ring when he would call me, because we text a lot. Yeah. But when he would call me, I'd go, oh Christ almighty, here we go. What is
Right.
it? And it was
Yeah,
just like
it was always something.
the hits keep coming. Same thing like for you and
Yeah.
your whole middle school experience. Like if you're constantly just exposed to negativity, after a while, you're just going to succumb to it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it got to the point too where I told Jack like maybe we shouldn't be friends because everybody I know is dying. Like it was it was bad. Yeah. Like I lost a lot of people over the last 2 years. I probably lost 4 or 5 people, 3 dogs, like and just you never expect it when it's sudden.
Yeah.
My dad died like that. Like my brother talked to him the day before. My dad was fine. So it's that unexpected shit because you always think you have time.
Right.
You don't have any fucking time. Nobody has any fucking time. Call your loved ones, man. Call your mom right now. Tell your lover, like, fucking call your dad. Like, tell him that he was right. Like, I got to that point with my dad where, like, we were transitioning to a friendship. And I told him, man, you're right about everything you ever told me. Like, and as a, and I can expect it with my son, right? You're going to be a knucklehead. You're going to be 14. You're going to think that you know everything.
Yep.
It's the cycle of life, right? And then I told, JJ, I said, at 30, I'll be his favorite person. I'm just going to have to get through those early years where he's going to rebel and I know everything and I want to go do this. And my dad told me everything that I needed to know.
Yeah.
And then I fucking did it anyways and fucked it up. And he goes, well, what'd you learn? And it was a lot of like, I learned that if I listen to you, I'll be less heartbroken. I'd have more money. Like, don't marry that girl. Like, well, but I love her. He's like, you don't love it. You're stupid. You're 23. He's like, I've been you stupid, and it's a lot of that kind of stuff, man. That I miss about my dad is anytime that something important happened in my life, he was my first phone call.
Oh yeah.
So
you had that resource too.
Yeah.
And there are some people that don't have that resource or don't feel that they have that resource.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the mentality shift that a lot of men and a lot of us need to have, is that there are a lot of people out there that are more than willing to listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, like your dad now, like if I have a question, I'm going to call your dad. Like,
Right.
Like you could do this with your friends group too. Surround yourself with wise people. Like, you don't have to, you're in your 20s, whatever, that's fine. You listen to the podcast, you're in your 20s, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we appreciate it. You're going to learn today.
But there's more to life than partying and going out with your friends and fucking doing dumb shit. And get a job that has a 401k, start putting money in it now, and then coast the rest of your life. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that my dad told me that I wish I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
But, you boys especially, I think, we want to find out. We want to fucking, no, this isn't your life. This is my life. It's different for me, and fucking, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's all the same, bro. I'm like taking the same fucking steps, man. Like,
All right.
like, man, I could have just taken a shortcut.
Yeah.
But we have a thing on our job sites too, is always watch out for your partner. So it's always funny, we talk about heat illness. When it gets hot, we beat heat illness to death. And one thing that we always like to tell people is watch out for somebody else. They are not going to realize they're succumbing to heat illness
Yeah.
before you are. And I think a mental health thing, we should have the same thought process towards mental health with our friends. Should be able,
Yeah.
like you said, not only how do you get them out of it, but two, how do you recognize when they're starting to go sideways?
Right.
Yeah. Well, and for me, like, I'm not outgoing and I don't party and I don't do all that stuff. We did it at the house a lot. But as soon as I lost my house, I was a lot harder to keep track of. So, and my situation changed. My personality shifted with it. But I think my case was really hard to... you knew what was going on. I mean, like, you knew I was in a bad spot. But, like, how bad it got from all of the things compiling to where I ended up, I wasn't around, and people could not just come check on me. I wasn't down the street anymore, so it's hard. And I sold my house. Like like I didn't lose it. Like there was no telltale sign that way, but I think different circumstances for different people. Like, you notice, like, if your buddy that you go to the bar with every weekend doesn't want to go drinking, it doesn't want to do this, and or your buddy that you golf with doesn't want to go golfing. I mean, there's things that you do with your close people that that you notice. Like this podcast, when we weren't, I think we didn't podcast for like 6 months, and he's like, "Fucking hey, what's up, dude?" And I'm like, "I can't, like I couldn't." It's finding a way to pull them out or to try to get them out of that, because I wasn't leaving my house. I wasn't going outside. I wasn't coming to podcasts. I wasn't going out for a drink. I got fucking 3 bottles in my room. I'm fine. You know, like it's how do you recognize that? I had a very special circumstance in the fact that I had a domino of things happen to me that put me into seclusion. But it wasn't that I went into seclusion. So for my thing was, I think, different. I think, Jack obviously knew, and my buddy David knew that I was dealing with a lot. But to the extent and how to get me out of it, I think that because of my circumstance, I was a little harder to save. But other people, like, if your buddy gets divorced, loses his house, check on that motherfucker. Yeah. People start giving stuff away, check on that motherfucker. There's very telltale signs that are old in the playbook that you can read up on, right? If you think that your friend's going down a bad path and you're like, well, this is different for them. If something's different of their character, they're probably in a bad spot.
Right.
So there's a lot of that kind of shit that you need to look out for. And these are for your people. Like if I go to your job site and one of the guys in your office is having a bad day, I'm not going to fucking notice because I don't know him.
Yeah.
But like if Jack's having a bad fucking day, I should notice.
Right.
So pay attention out there if you're listening, because you're their first circle of help. The people closest to you are going to be there. And it's easy to shut out like your parents and like, oh, well, I'll come out later or whatever. But your friends, and especially your wife, like that's your best friend. That person knows all of your shit. Yeah. That person right there is your person. Open up.
Right. Well, and good on your wife for like, hey, you need some help.
Yeah.
And it's beyond my ability to do that.
Yeah. When luckily she's someone that is very straight up and blunt.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't do any more for you. You need to talk to somebody.
Well, sometimes people want to hit rock bottom. You hear that a lot of terms. Well, they got to hit rock bottom first. Well, sometimes you can get them there. And it's a lot easier than, giving them drugs or alcohol or whatever it is. If it's an emotional bad cop discussion you need to have, sometimes you just have to, hey, and you especially, Kendra tunes me up every now and then. I'm always like, fuck, she's right. I go, she's right.
Yep.
I am acting in this manner, and she's right. And it's the person I love the most that just kind of smacks you in the face, and you go, okay, all right.
Well, and some people need tough love. Like, that's a real thing.
Yep.
You need to be talked some shit to about how you're acting, and but not everybody's like that. If you stop being a pussy to some people, you push them further, further, and further. So you got to, like anything, read the room, right? Know your person. Like, I'd call David and tell me he was being a bitch. Because he was. You were being a bitch, you bitch. But to watch my friend go through what he went through, and then for me to be like on that same path, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he was being a bitch, but like I understood more how he got there. Right? I had a better understanding of what he was dealing with, because on the outside, like, Jack would tell Kendra, like, I don't know what to do, and she would tell him, like, well, you've never dealt with this. Like, of course you don't. So, like, if you never dealt with this shit, you don't exactly know how to handle it. But if you know your people, if you got a tight knit circle, put kid gloves on. Hey man, are you okay? Or stop being a fucking bitch. Man the fuck up. Those are the different conversations, but you could definitely push somebody the fuck down a hill by telling them stop being a fucking bitch, stop being a pussy, suck it the fuck up, and then they're like, this is exactly why I don't fucking do this.
Right.
So it's knowing your audience and knowing how to talk to your people, but You should know how to talk to your people.
Yeah, we all process things and handle things differently. Like, someone call me a bitch and all this other stuff. I'm like, what did I do to you? Like, but it's all in how, like you're saying, how people handle things.
Yeah.
And, fortunately, you, myself, David, like, we're not on a path of destruction, but unfortunately, a lot of people have gotten to that point.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm sure that if you have numbers, they're astronomical.
Oh, I got them. And
They
it's very, very
You got
sad.
some facts and figures?
I got some.
Let's
So
hear some.
let's hit them.
So we can put the teeth and the truth here.
Yeah.
What you got, Peas?
So, per the CDC in 2023, there are over 49,000 deaths by suicide. 23 men per 100,000 committed suicide in 2023.
Yeah.
Now, here's the difference. 6 out of every 100,000 who committed suicide were women. And the reason that we can all be honest about is that, like we talked about at the beginning, men don't want to talk about their feelings.
Right.
No.
We don't want to talk about, being vulnerable and putting our shit out there. And, that's a problem, which leads to these statistics.
So
And
we're
Those are high
4
numbers.
times the amount of suicides are men than women.
Yep.
Jesus. What else?
So, let's see. Researchers found that suicide rates were highest among individuals working in the 5 major industries: mining, quarrying, oil, gas extraction, construction, which the first was the mining through gas extraction. Construction is number 2. Agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting, forest transportation, and then 5 is automotive and other. The heavy-hitting macho industries, in my opinion,
Yeah.
are the first 2.
Yeah. The men's, the fucking,
Yeah.
the tough guys, that, you know why? Because we carry a lot.
Right.
And you don't ever want to show weakness, especially in these industries. So, guys out there, stop being fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Talk. You got to talk. You have to fucking communicate.
Yep. You got to get out there, speak to your people, or there's another resource too, which is calling 988, which is a suicide hotline. So, and it's very unfortunate because now on the 91 freeway bridge from the 15 to 91, there's signs that are sitting there with the suicide hotline number. If you go to, what's that big bridge in San Diego? Coronado Bridge.
Yeah.
I've seen
They're
those
plastered
signs.
everywhere.
People used to jump off that thing on the regular, especially like during the holidays.
We drove over that bridge one day, and the cops had somebody, she was hanging off the side.
Yep.
But Peas and I were on the same hospital project a number of years back, and there are 2 parking structures adjacent to the hospital, and went out for lunch one day, and the fire department had the big airbag under a guy. He was sitting up on the parking structure, and we had a fellow superintendent who actually watched somebody walk to the edge of the parking structure and jump off.
Fuck.
And, I've never been in that mentality where I've dealt with depression and anxiety and things like that, but I've never been to the point where I wanted to take my own life. And I know there's a lot of different reasonings that get people there. But I think once you get there, it's incredibly hard to get back from there, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, it takes some doing. It takes intervention. You're not walking yourself back. Once you've gotten to that point, to you, you're as good as gone. So it does not matter what... You can't talk yourself out of it. So it doesn't matter if you're like, well, fucking, all right, well, you're going to walk yourself off. No, you're not. You need intervention. You need somebody to intervene on your behalf and talk to you and tell you, like, all the things you need to hear. And have a cry, man. Like, I think probably I had like 3 like fucking just breakdowns. And it was a lot of my trauma, right? A lot of the things that this is bothering me, and I don't have the people that I would reach out to, and I can't call these people, and it's a lot of that kind of shit that you can't get yourself out of. You can't. Yeah, I mean, you're not stronger than your mental health. I don't care who you are. You need help, and if you're there at that point, if you're very like at that fucking point where you're like, I'm done. You have nothing left to hope for. there's nothing that you are going to look forward to because you've exhausted all of your hope.
Right.
So there's nothing that you can think of by yourself that's going to pull you out. Somebody's got to remind you.
Yep.
Somebody's got to tell you, like, hey, no, I'd rather you're here. I'd rather fucking sit up and talk with you for fucking 8 hours than carry your fucking casket, you know? There's a lot of people who want you here. And I realize that, you know, like when you're there, man, like you don't think about the ripple effect that is going to cause on all of your loved ones. It's selfish. It's very selfish, and I felt very selfish, and
that's totally true.
Because I have a family. You know, my son's 10. He'll be 11 in a couple of weeks, and you know, I didn't think about he's going to grow up without me, and fucking, you know, my wife's going to fucking grow up, you know, or live without me, and fucking find somebody else to raise my fucking kid, like you know, and things like that, and. Now I'm so fucking stubborn, I'll never let that happen.
Positively stubborn?
That's yeah, like, you know, I'm a surviving spite now, you know? So it's having different perspectives because the one that you're looking at is wrong. It's selfish.
Yeah.
And I get mad at myself thinking about, like, I was there.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's probably a good thing to talk about, too, is if you've been to that place and you've come back from that place, sometimes you have like survivor's guilt. You know, they'll say somebody, if they see a traumatic accident or they were in a traumatic accident and they lived and everybody else perished, they have survivor's guilt. So I think if you two have been in that situation, a lot of times you feel bad that you let yourself get to that point. So it's just like compounding on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was mad when my dad died that all these other asshole pedophile pieces of shit and all these other motherfuckers get to live. And my dad, who was a good dude, died. Like, I'll trade 10,000 of those motherfuckers for my dad.
Right there with you.
Like, so I was absolutely mad about that. Fucking, you know, why do good people die young? And why can't these other pieces of shit die? And they're in prison for, you know, 60 years and they live and they get out and they fucking reoffend. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah. So I was real fucking upset about that for a long time.
And it's also one of those things, too, where we've been to these dark places and we're able to see these things in other people a lot easier. At least I am.
Yeah. Oh, no, you could, yeah. There's same signs, right? Like, you tell.
And so for that, it's like, okay, this person's acting off. He's starting to go down the path I was going down. We got to start figuring out what's going on. Poke and prod a little bit. Be gentle, or depending on what's going on.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is you have to approach it. I think your first approach has to be a gentle, like, hey, man, I've been there. I know what you're thinking. I know, I know, like, kind of something to relate to, because if I would have had this conversation with you when I was dealing with that, you would have been able to walk me back because you know. Right. But, you know, to other people, like, you know, JJ was like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I know, because you've never been here. Like, and I make sure that you never get to this place, but you can't save me. Like, so it was a fucking bad place, man. Yeah. It was a bad place. But shared catharsis or whatever.
Shared catharsis,
you know, right? You can talk to things. It's like people being in the military. I can chat with a guy in the military for hours and not know him. Yeah. Because we had that shared experience. So it's like the same thing. It's something that, look, man, you're not alone. And everybody out there, if you're dealing with some shit, you're not alone. Right. This shit's fucking very common, as you can tell by the fucking statistics. Those are the people who go through with it. Imagine the numbers of people who have thought about it.
Oh, yeah. That number's got to be extremely high.
Oh, there's 2 out of 3 of us in this room right now. Like, I'm the minority. And I'm not that positive of a person. I could have been there. We could have gone 3 for 3, no problem.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's thinking about those kind of statistics because, like we say all the time, be nice to people. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know if that person's, if you are the difference between that guy saying, you know what, it's not worth it. Right. And like, you know what, there's good people in this world that I'll give humanity another fucking chance. I mean, it's such a fragile fucking system that we walk this line, but everybody's got something.
Right.
Everybody's got something. And if you think that you don't have anything, give it a week. I mean,
Right.
Like, give it time. The world is going to fucking show you, like, no, everybody has something.
Right. And, relating it back to the construction industry, there's two things I want to bring up. One is a story. I had a foreman who was making a bunch of mistakes, doing stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing. And I went up to him one day. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm going through this divorce and I got all this other stuff going on. I'm like, bingo.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. But where that can relate to is you have guys that are thinking about things on the job site and they could actually make a mistake and accidentally, without them even trying, either get ran over, seriously hurt, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Or kill somebody else. And then they're sitting there going, like, they'll wake up from their stupor or whatever's going through their mind and be like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm. And so that's why, like, you guys preach on the show. Check in on your friends. Check in on your coworkers, like we just talked about. Because if you don't, you're going to have situations like that happen. Where it's not even about suicide. It's still mental health.
Right.
But we have to figure out a way to help each other through these situations so that we're not all, either trying to hurt each other without even knowing it or whatever the case is.
Well, and there's levels to this, right? Like, suicide's obviously the furthest. But there's levels to this shit that guy getting divorced. That's a fucking level of anxiety, depression, anger. I mean, like, you're just mad at the fucking world. Why me?
Yep.
Sorry, JJ, I'm saying I'm a lot. But you got to think, like, that guy's dealing with shit. Mm-hmm. And it's fucking up his day. It's going to affect his work. It's going to affect his mood. It's going to affect how he treats other people. Mm-hmm. It's a bigger picture than people think, how much you affect people around you based on how you feel that day. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're a dickhead because you got shit going on at home and vice versa, if you're a dickhead to your wife because you've had a bad day, that's a fucking trickle effect that is so much bigger, because then now you're fucking up her day, and now she's yelling at the kids, and now the kids are fucking mad at you, that you're causing fucking trauma to your fucking kids that you don't even realize. These are all things that I'm sure my parents never thought about. Mm-hmm. Fighting and shit and fucking yelling and doing all this shit. You don't think about the repercussions that your kids are fucking eating. Yep. Because I remember being a kid and my parents would fight, and I'd be like, I can't wait till I'm bigger so I could stop this. And then I carried that. That's heavy shit to carry for a kid. And it wasn't until the ketamine that the guy was like, your inner child is so done with everything. He said, that's why you're not putting up with anything anymore. Your inner child said, fuck you, I'm done. Mm-hmm. And now you're done. Because that kid that had all these coping mechanisms for when you grew up because you had to cope, those mechanisms don't work for you anymore. Yeah. Now you have to find new ones, but you're too old to fucking figure out new coping mechanisms, and your old ones aren't working, and now you're here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, my parents never once, if you ask my parents, they'd be like, no, we raised them great. They had no trauma, they had no problems. And I'm like, what? Like, you fucked up my whole childhood. So it's a lot of that stuff, and it's a lot of things that we don't recognize in ourselves too. Like, if you have a bad day and you come home and your kids are just happy to see you when you get home, and if you're a little fucking dickhead to them, just a little bit, just a little sharp, a little attitude, a little snappy, they take that shit personally. Yep. And I never realized that, about, because I was always like, well, we don't fight. Me and JJ, we don't fight. I'm like, so the kid doesn't have anything. But if I come home and I'm having a bad day and I'm short with him, now I look back and I'm like, fuck. He had formulated an opinion about me. Mm-hmm. Dad always works. Dad's always mad when he comes home from work. That's his perception of me. Right. And now I'm this fucking mean person when I come home from work to my son, who's now not as excited to see me because I'm a dickhead, Like, it's that kind of shit that you don't realize. At that level, you don't realize it. But it's fucking, like, if you could sit your kid down and read their mind, because they're never going to tell you. Mm-hmm. Like, especially as a kid, I was terrified to tell my parents if I had a problem with something they did. They're never going to tell you. But he's told JJ, like, fucking, Dad's mean when he comes home, or Dad fucking works all the time or whatever. Like, he has a perception of me, and it's not who I want to be. So it's a little bit of that little insight for all the parents out there. Your kids just soak up all this shit that you don't even fucking know you're doing.
Yep.
Like, if you're short, if you drink, if you get drunk and you're a fucking asshole when you're drinking, well, dad's a dick when he drinks. Like that, then you're just a dick when you drink. So now your kids, every time you drink, they're like, fuck, he's going to be a dickhead. Mm-hmm. That's just a preconceived notion that they have of you. Like, fuck, I didn't think that. And I definitely, like, when I found out, because, you know, he told JJ, I was like, I feel fucking horrible. Like, I don't want to be that person. I never wanted to, you know, come off that way. But it's the fucking ripple effect that you make in life, man. It's fucking, I had a bad day. Somebody pissed me off. I had a bad day. I came home, I'm short. My kid thinks I'm an asshole. It's a slippery slope, man. It's fucked up, but that's what it is, man. And that's how a lot of people don't think that they had childhood trauma, but you did. Especially back in the fucking 90s. Like, we all grew up with fucking trauma. I don't give a fuck who you are. You got some trauma.
So why don't we start wrapping this up? Appease, why don't you give us some advice, some tips, some tricks, some things you've learned that maybe somebody listening to this could start to realize the signs in themselves, or maybe someone else?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff have you picked up over the years?
So everyone's going to be different, but if you're a genuinely positive person and you start slipping down the slope of like the negative thoughts and you're going through a lot of stuff and you just don't feel like it's going to get any better, that is when you need to start looking in the mirror and going, I got something going on, I need help. Mm-hmm. If you're a more neutral person and you're still kind of on the negative side, like, that's going to be harder to deal with because you're constantly negative. You're dealing with thoughts that aren't even true, but you're just sitting there like, well, this is going to happen and it's going to get even worse. I think with that, you really need to do what I was talking about. Start compartmentalizing your thoughts and figuring out if those are true. You know, it's all kind of universal from that standpoint, but it's all depending on how stubborn people are. So, if you're an easygoing person, it's going to be a little bit easier for you. But if you're really stubborn, probably like Jerett and I here, that's probably not going to work too well for you. So, the other thing, too, is look at your friends. And if they are seeming a little off, like we've talked about, you need to say something to them. Mm. And however way you want to phrase that, because they may end up opening up to you, you know, depending on what the relationship is with your friends. If you have a spouse who is just going down a slope, they're shutting out really quick, they're not wanting to talk to you, they're just digging into their phone, or they're just, you know, out all the time when they're usually home, or whatever the case is, something's going on and you need to bring it up. And then really lastly, coworkers. We're in a very dangerous environment with what we do.
Right.
And it is vital that you as a coworker check every single day on your people. Whether you're a foreman or, you know, first period apprentice, whatever it is, you've got to say something and ask questions. How you doing today? And start poking and prodding. And not all the time, but you need to start checking in, especially when people are seeming really off.
Right, so we call it like emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
A sad story, we had a pipe fitter, and for some reason he'd lost a lot of loved ones on holidays. Like, it just happened around that, and I'll never forget, I was talking to his foreman one day, and he was talking to this guy, and he was spending a lot of time with him. I'm like, dude, is he okay? And he said, I know that he's lost a number of loved ones on holidays, and a holiday was coming up, like 4th of July was coming up. Mm-hmm. And he was like, every time around holidays, I spend a lot more time with him because I know this is a triggering event for him. So I do that. I check in with him a lot more. How you doing? What's going on? I make sure that he knows that I'm there for him if something were to come up, just because I know holidays are something that bothers him. And I remember looking at that and being like, they were older guys. So I was like, that's very wise. And that's very like a heartfelt moment there, that you actually see that in a person and know, like, this date is traumatic. Pops died on July 26th. I know that. So I know leading up to that, I'm going to spend a lot more time checking in on Jerett. Do you want to go do this? Do you want to not necessarily do you want to record the podcast, you want to do something in a public forum, because I know Jerett tends to be a more private person, but like, do you want to just do something with us? Do we need to do a big family dinner? All the family get together. So I think, to your point, like recognizing things or taking kind of mental notes on other people so you can check in on specific dates or times or around certain events, I think it's a good strategy too.
Genuine compassion is a lost art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People don't give a fuck anymore, and it's sad. But to reach out, to know that somebody's got, like, you know, like Jack always takes care of me on, you know, he knows. I mean, it was just as bad a day for him as it was for me, you know. So checking in on people that you know are having rough times, especially around holidays and stuff. To be there for them genuinely, to give a fuck. I mean, like, that's what it comes down to. Do you give a fuck?
Right.
Do you want, you know, you could be that difference in this guy's fucking life. How hard is it to say, hey, man, how you doing?
Yep.
It's fucking easy. So check in on your fucking friends.
Yeah.
Make phone calls, text messages. Go out, man. Celebrate things. Life is a good reason to go out and celebrate. We get to see tomorrow. Every day I wake up, man, I'm fucking... I am a complete 180 from who the fuck I was not that long ago. I mean, it hasn't been that long.
No. Well, I'm
Couple
thankful
of months.
that
Couple of months.
I'm thankful that I have both of you in my life, and I'm thankful that the two of you were able to come out clean on the other side of what you went through, because you really do. You both made a big impact on my life and your family's life and the people around you. So even as you talk about like negativity affecting people, your positivity will have the same effect.
Yeah.
Right.
If you really check in on somebody and somebody goes, man, that felt good, then that changes the mindset for the day, and hopefully they pass that along. They pay it forward.
Yeah, just pay it forward. I mean, it's for me, being in that situation, I pay it forward. You know, I know how it is to feel alone. You're not alone. You're not alone out there. White flag, hotlines, people who care about you. If you want, you know, me and Jack will talk shit to you and make you feel better.
Yeah, reach out to us.
Yeah,
we've said it since we started doing
Yeah.
this. Like, I have no problem with it. Talk to me.
It's the same message since fucking day one. If you need help, we will help you. We're here. We're people. We go through things. I went through some shit. I never thought I'd go through.
Right.
I thought never in a million years would I ever end up in my situation, and then boom, fucking there I was. So you're not alone. Be open and honest. You have to be fucking honest.
Agreed.
That is the most crucial part. If you're like, man, I can't get any help, fucking be honest. I'm not all right. I need some fucking help.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trust me, you would be surprised at how many people will respond positively to that. Because as soon as I was there, I was like, I need some fucking help. And everybody was like, run away.
Right.
So, check in on your friends. It's important. Be good people. Keep your head up out there. If today's the worst day you've ever had, tomorrow cannot be worse. It's got to be better. So, there's good days coming. They're on the horizon.
People care about you.
Yeah,
people care about you, no matter what.
It's you have a bigger network than you think.
Yep.
And a lot of people who care about you, and I really learned that at my dad's funeral when there was standing room only. Like, that place was fucking packed to the gills. So your community is a lot bigger than you think your immediate circle is. There's a lot of people who care about you.
Absolutely.
So, reach out for help, get help, be good people.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it.
Absolutely.
Anything else, Mr. Pease?
That's all I got. I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Well, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll just walk this one out since there's no nifty things to say about mental health.
No, I think
Stop
so.
being a bitch. All right, well, I've been Jerett.
I've been Jack.
I've been Eric.
And this is Shattered Wisdom Podcast, and you motherfuckers are welcome.